welcome to Inside Clips for Tuesday, April 14th. I'm Laurette Nickel. Well, let's get right to it. We have a really big show for you today. Formula Drift and commentator Jarod Deanda have debuted a new Instagram live show called High Octane, which kicked off yesterday morning and will air Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays of each week for the next few weeks. Jarod is starting off our morning with some coffee and a handful of your favorite FD personalities. Be sure to check out the show. Up next, Deane has relaunched his YouTube channel and he already has some great content up, including some inside looks at his shop, what he's up to in the downtime, and also some commentary on Team Worthhouse's new liveries for 2020, which they were just debuted last week. One thing we can say for sure is there is bound to be never any confusion of who's on track with the two opposing color schemes of Deane and Pike. From the social world, we saw Chris Forsberg supporting musical acts by creating a donor-directed assistance program to the musicians scheduled to play at the Pike bar after Long Beach 2020. Funds raised will go towards medical expenses, lodging, food, and other vital expenses to those impacted by the loss of work due to COVID-19. There's a link in Chris's IG bio if you'd like to support the efforts. Finally, we have a big announcement coming from FD headquarters just this morning. Formula Drift has announced their new 2020 schedule. You ready? After Long Beach was canceled, Formula Drift was forced into action to try and find a replacement. With the recommendations from WHO and CDC, additional dates were reconfigured with the season now starting in July. This is the new schedule. We kick things off 4th of July weekend at Road Atlanta. With so much history at this historic track, this could be an incredible way to kick off the new 2020 season. After Road Atlanta, we have a new date for Englishtown Raceway, which is now July 24th through the 25th. Following New Jersey, we move St. Louis at the original date announced of August 6th through 8th. Next up is the Long Beach replacement, which sees Irwindale Speedway coming in on August 21st through 22nd. This date will be significant as we move on to the rest of the dates. After Irwindale, the series heads to Sonoma Raceway on September 11th through 13th, which is a Saturday-Sunday event. Evergreen Speedway moves to September 25th, 26th for round 6. Check this out. Texas Motor Speedway is back on the schedule for October 16th through 17th. This is pretty crazy and it looks like TMS is replacing Orlando in this newly revised schedule. Of course, no season would be a proper one without ending at the House of Drift. So, we see the final event of the year moved into the fall on November 20th through 21st at Irwindale Speedway. So that's it. That's what FD is shooting for in the new 2020 season. Two things worth noting in this calendar. One is that FD has told us that Irwindale #1 is going to be a completely different course configuration. They're even toying with moving hot pits to the middle of the track and trying to drift both banks, but more on that later. Second is that the Pro 2 events are Englishtown, St. Louis, Sonoma, and Texas Motor Speedway. Tickets for all events are on schedule as of this morning, so now we have some clarity on what's going on in 2020. Okay guys, that's it. That is it for this week. I know there's going to be a lot more to come following this new schedule announcement, and we will be right here to support it next week on Inside Clips. I'm Laurette Nickel.